everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica. Today's video is going to be my winter homeschool favorites, and now this is actually a collaboration, so make sure you check out that description box down below because you're going to want to see all of the other homeschool mamas and their winter favorites as well. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is start with books because, well, we all know that there's a ton of books on my homeschool favorites, always. So the first winter homeschool favorites I have are these Usborne Beginners books. There's a few reasons why they are my favorite. I am going to grab the body book to show you. The first reason they're my favorite is because they are under $5, and finding something on Usborne under $5 is not normally easy. So that is number one. Number two is they are hardback, which is awesome. Now they have amazing illustrations in them with little bite-sized chunks of facts. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful for the price that it is. And then in the back has a glossary if you needed to see definitions and websites to visit. So that means that they are internet linked. And if you're not familiar with what that means that you go to a website that Usborne has set up for you. And based on this topic, which would be your body, they have videos and websites linked that have been approved for kids, and you can go and learn more about it. The reason that this is one of my homeschool winter favorites is because, I don't know about you, but sometimes in the winter, I am lazy and don't feel like doing it, or I'm sick and can't do it. So I can tell Emily to go pull a book that looks interesting off the shelf. And there are tons, and when I say tons, I mean tons. I mean, there's almost anything topic you can think of. Dinosaurs and astronomy, and I just showed you your body, and monkeys, and dangerous animals, volcanoes, trains. I think there's 45 in the series, and yes, I have them all because they're that awesome. But I can tell Emily, hey, go find something that you want to learn about today, and she can read the book and then go to that internet link. And even if I'm not feeling up to it, she has learned a ton about that topic. So it's almost like a little mini lazy unit study, which is great, especially when mommy's not feeling good. So I absolutely love those, and I think everybody should have them. The next book series that I have has been Emily's homeschool favorite for the winter, and it is the Disney Palace Pet series. And so these are based off of the Disney princesses and their pets. So this is Rapunzel's pet horse or pony, I guess, Blondie. And there are 6 in the series. Emily actually has the first one because she's reading it again. They have perforated bookmarks in the back. They're about 60 pages each, and they have colorful pictures in them so often, like every maybe 2 to 3 pages. But they are only 6 chapters and 60 pages, so they're a really great like first chapter book or starter chapter book or leading to bigger chapter books. These were really great after Billy B. Brown, which she loved. She got those for Christmas and blew through those, and then this is what she's been reading over and over since then. Our favorite together book series is the Unicorn or Fairy Unicorns from Usborne. Emily got these for Christmas. There is 6 in the set, and it is basically this bad pony wants to become king of the Unicorn Island, and so he's casting bad spells to try to make that happen, and they're having to fight against them, but it always ends up being this unicorn and this little girl who is fighting against them, trying to make it not happen. There is also a fairy pony series, and I kind of feel like maybe it came before this. I could be wrong. They may not have anything to do with each other, but they mentioned fairy ponies in the very first book, so maybe we should have read those first. I'm not sure. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. I did order it. We will be starting it soon, but other than the mention of it, I don't think we were missing anything. But because we love these, we did order that series as well. The last set of books I have is a set that I actually almost didn't buy. I had no intentions of buying it because I thought they were too old for my daughter, and my book lady said, no, you need them, and I trusted her, so I bought them, and she was totally right, and I can't believe that I didn't own them before now. And it is the Usborne Encyclopedia set. So it is the Usborne Science Encyclopedia, the Usborne World History Encyclopedia, and the Usborne Geography Encyclopedia. They are like a reduced size now, so I'm trying to think. Here is a piece of paper, like a regular piece of paper. You can see they're not quite that big. And they have beautiful illustrations. Some have QR links, but they're all internet linked for sure. And they are so not too old for Emily. I honestly think that these 3 would be enough for world history, geography, and science. And I would never need, not that I won't want or buy, but that I would never need another encyclopedia for those 3 subjects. They are $60 for all 3 because they're like $19.99 a piece. And if you are a homeschooler, you need the set. Not want, you need it. I have games for you guys too. But before I get into the games, I'm going to show you this thing that Emily has been loving this winter. And it is the Brain Blocks building planks. Now, I'm not going to lie. When they first came in, I was like, they look like Jenga blocks. And I texted one of my friends and I was like, they look like Jenga blocks and her daughter loves them. So I said, are they better than that? And she said, yeah, just trust me, you'll see. And she was right. So it comes with a really pretty carrying bag. And it also came with this booklet of ideas. So there's some 2-dimensional ideas, some 3-dimensional ideas. They can get super duper complex. But she was right. We do love them. They're pretty awesome. But they are planks. You get a box of planks, but there's so many cool things you can do with them because of the size that they are and because of how light they are. And Emily really, really loves them. So it was worth it, and we love them now. All right, moving on to the actual games. The first one I have is from the Dollar Tree, and it is the Get Fit Junior. We have Junior and the regular one, and this has been a huge hit, especially here in the winter months when maybe it's too cold some days to go outside. We put it in our morning basket and is a great way to get moving. It has these color cards that are sorted into upper body, excuse me, upper body, lower body, core, stretches, and full body workouts. And you roll this dice to get the color that you're going to do and kind of the rep. But it's just a great way. They're fitness cards. There's only 32. You could probably make something or print something out. But for $1, this has been a great way to get some exercise in and get my daughter up and moving. Another one of our favorites has been Spot It. The crazy thing is we have been using and loving Spot It for forever, but we never owned the original. We always had like the holiday or the themed ones. So Emily got the original in her stocking, and we have been playing it nonstop. So every card only has one thing in common. As you can see here, it's the yin and the yang. Let's see, here it would be, this is really hard, the flower. And on this one, it would be, this is really hard to do, and the camera upside down. Oh, I don't know. Oh, stop, the word stop. So every card only has one that matches. And so you're kind of like racing to find that before the other person. The great thing about Spot It is that up to 8 players can play, and that many of the versions, because they only have pictures, you don't have to know how to read, which is great because so many games require that you know how to read. Here is my mom insider tip, and I can only say this because little ears aren't listening. Depending on the way that you play it, if you're playing it with, let's say, a kid that's younger than you, what I do is deal 2 cards to me and 1 card, or used to. I don't anymore because Emily can kick my butt. But when we first started playing, I would deal 2 cards to me and 1 card to her, so that my stack ended up being double her stack. And then that way I didn't have to slow myself down, and it was more of an even level playing field. So that is my Spot It mama trick for young kids. Our other favorite winter game is Math Room. This was actually one of the very first Simply Fun games I ever purchased. I had never heard of Simply Fun or played any of their games, but the quality is really great. And all this are these cute little houses with numbers on them. And you have these keys and a colorful dice, and you roll the colorful dice, and like if you get red, it's 3 plus 4. And so you use a window, one of these cute little windows, to cover that number on your house. And then on the back side, there's minus on your key as well. So it is a really, really fun game for practicing math facts, and because you're kind of like wanting to be the first one, it gives you incentive to know them a little bit faster. So that's super great. The last thing I have is a Mama Homeschool favorite. It's kind of like one of my things, and it's erasable pens. For years, I was a Pilot Friction girl. That's all I used was the Pilot Friction, like Friction erasable pens. And I absolutely love them. And about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months ago, Tanya from Project Happy Home did a Parku pen review on her channel. And because I know that she is a planner snob, love you, Tanya, like I am, I knew that when she said that she liked them better than the Pilot Friction, I probably would too. So I immediately ordered a set of the Parku pens, and I love them. This is actually my first set of the clickable or retractable ones. The first set I had was the pull-off lids like she has on her channel that she did the review on, and I got the colorful box of like retractable ones, and I love them. She's right. They write smoother, they write beautifully, and they erase just as well as the Pilot Friction. If you love the Pilot Friction, try the Parku. You'll probably like them as well. So that's it. That is my homeschool favorites from the winter season. Make sure you check out the other ladies that joined in with me.